Hey, welcome back to the tool shed. This is called Abracadabra, and this tool is going to blow your mind. It's a word, of course, that you've said many times before. You've heard it. And when I say abracadabra, you usually think what? Almost invariably, black hat, hand with a white glove, pulling out a white rabbit. Voila, abracadabra, right? What is that about? Because it is magical. It's just not that kind of magic. Actually, it's one of these words where we don't even think about it, and its origins are interesting. Its origins are Aramaic. Aramaic, if you don't know, was a version of Hebrew spoken outside of the land of Israel when Israelites were exiled to Babylonia, when the Jews were exiled to Babylonia. Sort of a merger of those two languages, and it becomes Aramaic, sort of like German and Hebrew is Yiddish. Aramaic is it's a sort of a mutt of a language. But what it means is Avra. And by the way, if you're Christian, it's the language of Jesus. So Jesus spoke Aramaic. And in Jews, if you know a little Hebrew, you'll hear some Hebrew in it. Avra means I will create. And kadabra means as I speak. So abracadabra. I will create as I speak, or I will create with speech, or I'll create through speech, but it's about creation and it's about speech. I use this tool when I think about the words that are coming out my mouth or they're not coming out my mouth. By the way, we can not only create through speech, but we can create through not speaking. Conversely, we can destroy through speech, but we can also conversely destroy through not speaking. I think of it in juxtaposition to that stupid other tool we were given when we were kids. Sticks and stones can break my bones, and words can never hurt me. I think of like that stupid, annoying kid, right, on the playground, right, Peppermint Patty or wherever she was in the Charlie Brown series, and I mean, it was Lucy. And it's not true. Sticks and stones can only break my bones, right? I was called nasty things on the playground. Probably you were too. No kid gets out of this life without hearing some really harsh stuff on life's playground, whether it was elementary school or high school or last week. The playground is a rough and tumble place, and we hear mean words, and those mean words stick with us. I was a fat kid, and I later on was not the fat kid. I became really buff, but I still saw myself as a fat kid. I heard the fat kid in there, and it was painful for many, many years, long after the sticks and stones would have only broken my bones, and those words I carried with me. How many guys sit in this couch and carry hurtful words that his dad said to him, right? And his father said to him before that, and his father said to him before that, and they're wounds that just don't heal unless we bring our words back to create, back to heal them. Words have import, words have power, and abracadabra, as we walk into, as I always say, the bedroom or the boardroom or any room. Got to think of another B room out in the world. The ballroom, I don't know, the ballpark. When we speak, our words matter, right? E.F. Hutton, people speak, listen, something about that, I forgot. When E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen. I think that was it. When you speak, people listen, people hear it, people receive it. Your kids, how many times have you said words? Why did I say that? I've said it, done it many times. I just want to retract it. I want to take it back. But once spoken, they become real. Interestingly, in Jewish law, you cannot be held accountable for your thoughts. If I was held accountable for my thoughts, I would be in prison right now for having murdered 6 people on the way to work, driving, thinking, I want to kill them. Now, once those thoughts leave our mouth, and even in a court of law today, we can become liable for them. We can become held accountable for them. Right? The moment we say something, hate speech is a crime, but hate thinking, not a crime. Now, I'm not encouraging us to murder people in our head, but as my teacher, Dennis Prager, said, there's only one organ, men, you can commit adultery with, and it's not your mind. It's not that head. So the moment we think, yes, we have to have a conversation about thinking as the origin place, but it becomes a reality. according to this mantra the moment we speak it, and then that leads us to action. So it's that interim step, and that is where we give our bad thoughts bad life. Thinking before I say these words, abracadabra, I want to transform this into magic, into something that feels extraordinary. And that's the power of abracadabra, because when I stop and I say it and I'm about to say that thing, abracadabra, either I say nothing, silence, and silence can be magical. Silence, more often than not, is just what the conversation needed, or just what not needed to be said, right? Don't say the thing. Sit with it. How many times have you sat with it and come back and not needed to say the thing and glad you didn't say the thing? The word becomes a thing, and that thing sticks around, and that can be the sticks and stones that break people's bones, but it can also be the words of encouragement, the words that our kid needed to hear, our wife needed to hear, our colleague, our employee, our boss, whomever needed to hear, our friend needed to hear, just that timed word at that right time, right? It delivered in the right way can be transformative. Think back in your life, all of those abracadabra moments that people gave to you, that your loved ones gave to you, that your dad gave to you. Abracadabra, son. I have so many of those in my life. I have the hurtful ones too, but my dad's no longer here. His words still are, and most of them, more often than not, give me that magical lift that I need to go a little bit further, or to break my bad habits, my bad patterns, or to heal those broken pieces in myself. This isn't to beat yourself up. This is to heal through the words, to help other people heal, to go out into the world and create. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. You are a creator of your kingdom. So make sure you take that power seriously. Abracadabra, say it. Say it once, say it twice, say it all day long. Say it before you're about to speak. Say it when you're withholding necessary speech. Just that one word, that one sentence can be speech. We'll talk another time about even nonverbal language can be abracadabra, but for now we're talking about creating in this lifetime as you speak or as you don't speak. So with that, abracadabra, take this tool out into the world. I will see you in the next video. Until then, defy your number. Don't live in reaction. Choose your response. Live your spirit.